Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
A woman is recovering from an overnight crash. We have the latest ahead.
And the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center is in dire need of blood donors. We're going to explain how you can help this Mother's Day.
76 degrees on this Mother's Day Sunday. Sarah will let you know about your brunch forecast in just a bit.
Good morning. 8 o'clock this Sunday, May 9th. Happy Mother's Day. You're right. Sarah's been talking about the brunch cast throughout the morning. So before we go to her, do you have anything good planned for Mother's Day?
No, but I do want to say happy Mother's Day, Patty. It's my mom. She's watching from Corpus Christi. We have good moms because our moms don't live here. But I know your mom and Spivey's mom, they like to watch on the app.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mom's Day. Debbie, I love you. All right. We had just got the pollen count in, and we are continuing to see mold go up a little bit. It's been muggy enough that this makes sense. Molds are moderate at 9:30. Now grass and pecan are low, but boy, is it warm and muggy outside this morning. 76 degrees at the airport, 77 in New Braunfels, almost 80 in Gonzales, 78 in Pleasanton, 76 in Del Rio, 72 in Eagle Pass. As Sarah said, I've got your Mother's Day brunch cast here for you. We'll be cloudy through about 10, but right around noon, seeing some sun, steadily warming up, 92, 93 for the high temperature today, but it is going to be very humid. Dew points are in the 70s, and that high humidity is going to make it feel like it's in the upper 90s this afternoon. Now, that high humidity is one of the ingredients for some rain. We've got storm chances on the horizon as early as tomorrow night. I'll tell you what that means and if there's a potential to see some hail. Max and Sarah?
Thank you, Sarah. Now to some top stories we are following this morning. A woman is in the hospital after losing control of her vehicle and crashing it overnight. It happened at 1 o'clock this morning on Highway 151 in West Military. Police say the woman was speeding eastbound on the frontage road when she lost control and hit an electrical pole. The impact of the pole trapped her inside the car. Firefighters had to use the jaws of life to rescue her. She was taken to University Hospital. Police say alcohol may have been a factor.
Right now, there are numerous bills going through the Texas legislature, one of which even sparking a rally at the Capitol yesterday.
These proposed laws range from voting to permitless gun carry, but there's a lot to break down because of what this could mean for people across the state.
All right, so Governor Greg Abbott applauding these bills, tweeting, quote, in 48 hours, the Texas House voted to defund cities that defund police, ban abortion at detection of heartbeat, slash STAR test requirements, ban homeless camping statewide, penalize protesters blocking the roads, ensure election integrity, easy to vote, hard to cheat, end quote. Now, every one of these proposals needs to go through the proper legislative process.
So joining us in today's Leading SA segment to explain some of these bills and their impacts is State Senator Roland Gutierrez. Good morning, Senator. Thank you so much for joining us on this Mother's Day Sunday.
Good morning, Sarah. Thank you for having me.
Well, first up, we have the possible voting changes, SB 7 and HB 6, the bills that kind of sparked the rally at the Capitol yesterday. So can you explain what these entail and how it would impact Texans around the state?
Yeah, about the only thing that the governor got right in that tweet was, slashing STAR test requirements, by the way. But with regard to voting, I mean, we're in a real particular situation. All of those bills are targeted primarily at Houston and other cities that made voting more available. We have a situation in Houston where they established these drive-through massive voting sites. Here in San Antonio, we developed the AT&T Center. One of the big changes in this bill says that you can't have super voting sites. And so you can have them, but they have to equal the amount of ballot boxes in every other voting facility. And so therefore, if you had 100 at AT&T Center, you'd have to have 100 at Harlandale Civic Center. And so none of that makes sense for communities and for local control, where county commissioners can make the right decisions, elections officials can make the right decisions as to where the masses of people are going to vote. That's just one of the examples that make it more difficult to vote. I don't think that anything about this is about clarity and the purity of the ballot box.
Well, Senator, another controversial bill that could see the governor's desk is the fetal heartbeat bill, which could ban abortions at 6 weeks. So what does that mean for women across the state, and could that open up potential medical lawsuits?
Well, I think for the most part, it's going to effectively ban abortions. I don't think that there's going to be a doctor that is going to want to look. None of us like, abortions or anything like that. But it's a reality of the day. And so at the end of the day, doctors are not going to be able to perform these procedures. They're going to have even a hard time performing procedures in case of emergency. And so you're going to have a lot of women making the decisions to, go to another state where abortions are allowed a little bit later on in the cycle. What this bill says is the minute you hear a heartbeat, which is about 6 weeks, and you're not going to be able to have that procedure. Certainly slated to the United States Supreme Court. We'll see what happens with the addition of Amy Coney Bryant on the Supreme Court. And I think that we're in for some trying times if you're a woman in Texas these days, for sure.
Well, next up, House Bill 1927, the constitutional carry, the permitless weapon bill. Now, what would that mean for people who own guns around the state of Texas?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a gun owner, I suppose you like this bill. Most of the gun owners actually don't like this bill, which is I find interesting. Right now you need a license to drive. You need a license to carry a handgun and have it concealed on your body. Now with this bill, anybody can walk around with a handgun holstered to their side for the whole world to see. So the next time you're at HEB, there could be 50 people in there with sidearms. That's what this bill's about. And it's about the fact that everybody's going to be able to do this if they want without even so much as an application or a license or anything. Their big protection is that we're going to keep this out of the hands of criminals by adding a 5-year mandatory prison sentence if you're a felon with a gun. The problem is, and this is what I've been telling my Republican colleagues, you're never going to know who the criminals are because you're not even allowed to ask if someone has any kind of criminal history. And so, this one is something that the governor is very excited about. I have very, very deep reservations about it. And I hope that that it doesn't turn into lawless carry going down the road.
And Senator, on to House Bill 441, which reduced possession of 1 ounce or less of marijuana to a Class C misdemeanor, which carries no jail time going through the state lawmaking process again. Do you believe this is a bipartisan effort to reduce these penalties? And what is the likelihood of it passing?
Yeah, I think that there is certainly, bipartisan approach to that. I am concerned that whether it's going to get through the Senate. The lieutenant governor has always been very, very hesitant on cannabis legislation. This is the right thing to do. There's actually another component of that bill, or another one that says that we'll take the compounds like gummies, for instance, and make them the equivalent to a marijuana cigarette so that those issues don't have criminality to them as well. Right now, if you're carrying a gummy on you, it is actually a felony. And so we have a lot of changes to do here. We're not going to be able to get to a true medical bill, which is what the teacup compassionate use bill is proposing. I think you're going to see marijuana increase from 0.5% to 5% THC, which is by no means medical marijuana in any state. And so we've got real challenges here. At the end of the day, we can increase revenue here. We can create jobs in farming, distribution, agriculture. We're a long way to go in cannabis in Texas.
All right. Well, Senator Gutierrez, thank you so much for joining us. And if anyone missed any part of this interview, you can watch it in its entirety. Just head to KSAT.com.
Thank you, Senator. Yeah, definitely a lot to unpack here. And just full transparency, we did reach out to several of the state Republican lawmakers to talk about these issues today. None were able to be on the show today, but hopefully next week they'll be able to be here and give their insight in some of these bills. Thank you, Senator.
Thank you so much. Good day.
All right, well, happening today, the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center continues to build up their blood supply donations in order to help save more lives here locally. This morning, the Windcrest firefighters are teaming up with the Windcrest United Methodist Church to host a blood drive. Our Alicia Bonetta is live from that location. That starts right now. Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning. Yeah, well, the blood drive started at 8 a.m. sharp, and there's still time for you to reserve a time to come over here. And let me tell you, it's been pretty slow right now. No one has showed up. So how cool would it be for you to call and be told, hey, all slots are full? So that's the goal for today. The blood drive honors Windcrest resident Dr. John Hobaugh. According to the city website, Dr. Hobaugh sits on the board of directors for the Windcrest Crime Control and Prevention District. And I spoke to members of this church, and they tell me they're concerned for his health. We know he has kidney disease and is anemic and needs a transfusion desperately. But the hospital couldn't meet the need for the blood transfusion and actually had to discharge him. They were trying to send him home. So that's why the community is stepping up to help in this way. The goal today is to help collect as much blood as possible. So there on your screen, you have the details. The South Texas Blood and Tissue Center is the one taking care of this blood drive. And they say they continue to struggle to keep high enough supply to serve more than 100 hospitals and clinics. The blood drive, well, it wraps up at 1 p.m. So if you're in the area or you would simply like to help today, you can reach out directly to the Windcrest United Methodist Church. So the number to call, 210-204-0556. And of course, we're still in the middle of the pandemic, so you are asked to wear your mask. But as of now, really no wait. So the best thing to do, call ahead before you show up. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. Time now is 8:11, 76 degrees out.
San Antonio chosen to host an international cycling race that's affiliated with the Tour de France. We have those details still ahead.
And the line between work and rest is really blurry, especially when you're working from home, and it makes it difficult for people to get the appropriate rest. So next, we have some easy tips that you can follow to help de-stress.
You know what also helps you just de-stress? Mother's Day brunch. Sarah Spivey has your brunch cast when we come back. And happy Mother's Day. Thank you to our viewers for saying, oh, that's my mom. Happy Mother's Day, Patty. Love you so much. Wish I could be there with you today.
And that's Debbie. That is Sarah Spivey's mom. And there we go, a little throwback. Happy Mother's Day to my mom. I'm the one with tongue out.
We love our moms and all the moms out there. Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day. Welcome back. As you get ready for a new work week, you may want to rethink your work from home routine.
That's right. So for some, actually a lot of people still, the home office means their brain and their body don't really get a chance to de-stress. We know a lot of people are still working from home. So RJ Marquez has some easy ways that you can separate work from family time.
If you are always tired after a day of working from home, it might be because your brain is not getting enough rest. According to a recent survey by TELUS International, 4 out of 5 workers find it hard to shut off in the evenings. 45% say they feel less mentally healthy while working from home. So how do you separate the office from your home? Check in before your coworkers check out. After a long day of work, take time to ask others how they are doing and share what you are experiencing. Next, make sure you have a designated work area. That way, your brain separates work from your time to relax. Also, be thoughtful about the emails you send. Once regular business hours are over, try not to send emails to coworkers unless it is an emergency. It might prompt someone to respond right away, taking them away from their hours of rest. Finally, make sure you carve time for yourself. Doing what you love will give your mind some rest and help you perform better at work. RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
All right, so it is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful and amazing moms out there. What can people expect for their Mother's Day brunch?
Hot and humid.
Oh.
That's what they can expect. Yeah, it's going to be very hot today, and the humidity is extremely high. Let's take a look at temperatures out there right now. 76 degrees. We usually see a morning low right around 65, so we're well above that this morning. 77 in Pleasanton, 78 in Cotulla, 75 in Hondo, 77 in New Braunfels. Now, there are a couple of showers and storms to the north of us near the Austin area, and actually a storm working its way over Lake Buchanan into Burnett County and around the Austin area, just a few showers. Near Canyon Lake, there was a passing shower very briefly, but that has moved into Hayes County there. And around San Antonio, again, we're just really seeing cloudy skies, some peaks of sun within those clouds. Skies are already starting to clear, and as we head throughout the rest of the morning into the afternoon, we'll be seeing skies clear pretty much totally. And then what we're going to be left with is a very hot day. And again, the humidity is going to have a major impact. Here's a look at high temperatures today. Look out to the west, 104 potentially in Del Rio, 104 Cotulla, 105 in Laredo. 96 for the high temperature in Hondo, 97 in Pleasanton. Around San Antonio, we'll be in the low 90s. But again, with the high humidity, it should feel like it's in the upper 90s around San Antonio. So just to give you a recap, a 10% chance for a stray shower there out there this morning, but just through about 10, then skies are going to clear, humid, and 84 at noon, toasty and 93 at 5. South winds today at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Notice that I put another 10% chance for a stray shower or storm tonight. The reason for that is there's a cool front that's going to be to our north, producing some storms north of Austin up to Waco tonight. There's a small possibility that one of those may maintain its strength and head down to San Antonio, but the much better chance for rain is from tomorrow night, Monday night through Wednesday. We'll talk about that in a bit, but first let's go ahead and take you through your forecast for tomorrow morning. Cloudy with areas of drizzle tomorrow morning, and then in the afternoon we'll have another warm and toasty day. 90 degrees for the high temperature tomorrow. Only a 20% chance for showers and storms during the day tomorrow, but at night, again, that's when we're going to be looking out to the west, because along this dry line toward the Rio Grande, a cluster of thunderstorms is likely to develop. And this is, again, late tomorrow night. This cluster of thunderstorms will be capable of producing some large hail, and we'll be watching it to see if they have enough oomph to make it to San Antonio in the overnight hours. But the Storm Prediction Center has put areas in Bexar County and west and a little bit north under the slight risk for severe weather. The main concern here would be large hail again. We have to be on alert for large hail tomorrow night. That includes areas like Del Rio, Eagle Pass, Uvalde, Hondo, Bandera, Kerrville, Kendall County, and Bexar County, again, the western half of Bexar County, including San Antonio. After that storm chance Monday night into Tuesday, a cool front is going to move through, keeping scattered showers and storms in the forecast during the day on Tuesday and lingering into Wednesday as that front falls apart. In addition to the possibility for strong storms, we're also going to be looking out for the possibility for some heavy rain at times. The ground is saturated, and in many places we could see half an inch to an inch of additional rainfall from Monday night through Wednesday. And temperatures are going to take a tumble. We'll be back down into the 70s for highs Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So a lot cooler than what we'll be dealing with today. But again, we'll have to be on alert for some storms. Max and Sarah.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 8:20, 77 degrees out.
Well, scientists say they want to build a lunar telescope that could reveal the dark ages of the universe. The reason why, still ahead in our next half hour.
I feel like that's the way many Marvel movies started.
Yeah.
All right, Social Security Administration just releasing its annual list of top baby names of 2020. We're going to tell you what they are next.
It's also Mother's Day. We want to wish all our moms out there happy Mother's Day. Here are some of our moms, our GMSA moms. This is Alicia Beretta's mom, and grandmother.
And that is our producer, Carlo's mom. Oh, I think that's Carlo right there, too.
And this is Gabby, one of our producers' mom. Happy Mother's Day to all moms out there. Welcome back. The Social Security Administration just released its annual list of top baby names of 2020.
Whoa. So 2 names that are the 2 most popular baby names in America for the 2nd year in a row. Let's start the list. The top 5 girl names 2020 are Olivia, Emma, Ava, Charlotte, and Sophia. Love that.
The top 5 boy names in 2020 are Liam, Noah, Oliver, Elijah, and William. The Social Security office also revealed the top fastest rising names from last year. I think it's Zaire.
Zaire?
Yeah.
Okay. That is the number 1 fastest growing name for a boy.
Avaya. I think I said that right. That's the one for girls.
There we go. All right. Well, you know what? They're becoming more popular, so we're going to learn.
You learn something new every day.
Exactly. All right. Time to get your bikes ready. The Alamo City set to host an international cycling race affiliated with the Tour de France next year.
Sports CEO says the city was chosen because of our culture, proximity to Mexico, and good riding community.
It is set for April 8th through the 10th of 2022. According to San Antonio Sports President and CEO, the event will be multi-terrain and built for various cyclists. If you want to learn more about this, just head to KSAT.com. I know that you are becoming more and more of a cyclist. I'm
not a cyclist. I just like to bike ride, but we do have wonderful biking trails here in San Antonio.
Cerro Costa, Tour de France.
Watch out.
826, 77 degrees out.
Well, the COVID-19 situation in India is not getting better as cases and the number of deaths continues to rise. We have the latest still ahead.
It may be Mother's Day, but the community in Windcrest is teaming up to honor one of their residents who needs a blood transfusion. The details on how you can help just ahead here on GMSA.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey.
I'm Sarah Acosta. It is Mother's Day, May 9th. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. We've been saying it all morning, but we cannot give enough thanks to our mothers.
That's right.
And of course, we're also thinking about those who are missing their moms today. But if you are planning on going outside and celebrating Mom, just know that it is going to be hot and humid all day long. And we did get the pollen count in, and it's not great news. Molds continue to rise. In fact, they're moderate right now at 930. The only other allergens out there right now are grass and pecan, and they're pretty low. But boy, oh boy, the humidity this morning is just, it's out of control. Dew points are near 70 degrees around San Antonio and in the 70s elsewhere. That is oppressively humid. We're at 77 degrees right now. You can feel every degree. And as we continue to warm up today, you're going to notice a heat index value out there. In fact, even though it's cloudy out there right now, we're quickly going to see skies clear, a lot like yesterday. 84 at noon and mostly sunny at 5 p.m. 93 for the high. But that 93 is going to feel more like 97 because of the high humidity. South winds today at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, a 10% chance for a stray storm, although the storm should really be mainly up near the Austin area tonight. We are going to be talking about in the forecast here how our rain chances in San Antonio begin to really increase tomorrow night through Tuesday and into Wednesday. With those storms, severe weather is possible, hail is possible, as well as heavy rain. So a lot to unpack in the forecast. I'll have a look ahead in just a few minutes. Max and Sarah.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Now to your traffic authority, TxDOT reminding you parts of 1604 and Highway 281 closed for construction this weekend. Here's what you need to know before you head out to celebrate Mother's Day. Maybe you got a nice Mother's Day brunch. You want to avoid this traffic. Both the east and westbound lanes of the 1604 flyover ramps to southbound Highway 281 closed. This is in far north Bexar County. The closure expected to be until 5 this evening. For any more details on other road closures, any questions you might have this weekend, just head to KSAT.com.
Well, now the latest, a terrifying series of crashes on the highway ends with 4 people in the hospital. This all happened around 10:30 last night near 281 South and Montford. Bexar County Sheriff's deputies say 2 crashes happened involving 2 pickup trucks and an 18-wheeler. We are told one of the pickup trucks rear-ended the 18-wheeler and the second pickup truck crashed nearby and hit a pedestrian. One man was airlifted from the scene to University Hospital in critical condition. 3 other men were taken to BAMC and are expected to be okay.
Well, we now know a man facing charges for shooting someone on the north side after an argument over a vehicle. So the incident all happened around 10:30 Friday night on Jackson Keller Road, not too far from Blanco Road. Police tell us the suspect accused the victim of vandalizing his vehicle, which the victim denied. Eventually, the suspect pulled out a gun and shot him. The victim was able to get to a home across the street, call for help. He was taken to University Hospital. The suspect arrested, charged with aggravated assault of a deadly weapon.
In your morning headlines, in India, the COVID-19 crisis is only intensifying this morning.
That's right. The country setting a new record for daily cases. ABC's Maggie Rulli is in Delhi with the details.
This morning, India's healthcare system is completely overwhelmed as the country grapples with the world's largest COVID crisis. At this temple, converted into a makeshift clinic, we see a woman rushed onto an ambulance after news that a hospital bed had opened up nearby. Running day and night for the past few weeks, the clinic tells us they've stepped in to help up to 15,000 people get oxygen free of charge.
We try our best. That's the best I can do as in.
Sarabjit is one of the temple's volunteers. He says at the peak, he was seeing nearly a dozen people die every day.
Do you think that the numbers that we're seeing out of India right now, the number of cases, the number of deaths, is it even higher?
Yeah, it is. It is, obviously. Those things are not getting recorded, actually. So that's the whole issue.
India's been reporting a record-breaking more than 4,000 deaths a day, but it's widely believed the real number is actually 5 or 10 times higher. For many, grief is turning to anger. We meet Sunny at a crematorium in New Delhi. He tells us his mother Ada passed away just hours after he finally found her a hospital bed.
Then the medical system has suddenly collapsed. This is the failure of the government. And they should be taking care of each and every sort of patient.
Many now turning to vaccines as a way out of this crisis, but only a small fraction of the country's billion-plus population has been fully vaccinated.
There seems to be severe shortage of vaccines. If you see the board here on the outside, you'll see the Covaxin not available at all.
The U.S. joining several outside countries in offering aid. These ventilators and oxygen devices from Mount Sinai arriving in Mumbai Friday evening, but it still may not be enough.
That was ABC's Maggie Rulli reporting. Well, at least 3 people are injured during a shooting that happened in Times Square. New York police say they believe 2 to 4 men got into an argument, and during the dispute, at least one of them fired a gun. That's when the 3 people who were in the area were shot, including a 4-year-old girl. NYPD has already released security footage of the suspect, but no arrests have been made.
And we are starting to learn more about the U.S. Navy seizing an illegal shipload of weapons in the North Arabian Sea in a 2-day operation. Crew members from the guided missile cruiser USS Monterey boarded a sailing ship in international waters. On board, they found Russian-made anti-tank guided missiles, Chinese assault rifles, machine guns, and RPG launchers. The Navy has yet to determine where the weapons originated from and have yet to determine who was buying them.
A cyber attack forcing a temporary shutdown of one of the nation's largest pipelines. The attack comes amid rising concerns over the cybersecurity vulnerabilities and the country's critical infrastructure following recent incidents. The operator, Colonial Pipeline, has a third-party cybersecurity firm investigating the incident and has also contacted law enforcement and other federal agencies. Colonial Pipeline transports more than 100 million gallons of gasoline and other fuel daily from Houston to the New York harbor. Well, the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center continues to struggle to keep their shelves stocked with blood donations, and it's affecting our community.
That's right. In Windcrest, one resident in dire need of a blood transfusion, but was told there's simply not enough blood to fully meet his need.
Alicia Barrera is live from Windcrest United Methodist Church with more on how you can help out. Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning. Well, yes, it's Mother's Day, and we definitely want to celebrate all our wonderful moms do, but let's also not forget about those community members who are in dire need right now. And we know hospitals, clinics, they're still open, trauma patients still being cared for, and then there's people like Dr. John Hobal. This blood drive honors him. Today, the Windcrest firefighters are teaming up with Windcrest United Methodist Church, and they're hosting this blood drive because Dr. Hobal is in need of a transfusion, but there's simply not enough blood donations for him. We're told he has kidney disease and is also anemic. He had plans to actually be here today, but his condition isn't stable enough, so he's at home resting. The blood drive wraps up at 1 p.m., so it started at 8. You have all day to come out here. It's taking place outside of the Windcrest United Methodist Church at 8101 Mid-Crown Drive. So if you're in the area, or again, you would simply like to help this cause, register ahead of time. Here's the number that you need to call, 210-204-0556. You'll speak to Miss Rena. And organizers of the event tell me that the reason it had to be on Mother's Day is because really there was no other option. They want to be able to help Dr. John Hobal sooner than later. And really, if it wasn't today, then they would have had to wait to Memorial Day. And that's something that they don't want to put on hold. So again, you have all day to come out here and hopefully help Dr. Hobal. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
All right, thank you, Alicia. 8:39, 77 degrees out.
Go Spurs, go!
The Spurs in Portland last night, and that was pretty much the theme of the night. Damian Lillard making a lot of shots. We're going to have the highlights and what comes next for the Silver and Black.
Scientists want to create a new telescope that will be able to listen back as far as a few 100 million years after the Big Bang. Technology. That story is next.
And it is Mother's Day, so if you have any plans to go out for maybe Mother's Day brunch, we're going to have your full forecast. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a bit.
As the president shifts his vaccine strategy, the FDA now weighs approval for children. Today, Dr. Fauci on the challenges ahead, plus the battle for the GOP. Which side will prevail? The Powerhouse Roundtable breaks it down on ABC's This Week with George.
Good morning and welcome back. Scientists now wanting to use a radio telescope on the far side of the moon to unlock some of the mysteries of the universe.
I like this. A telescope would have the capability to measure radio waves from the time before the first stars ever appeared. Astronomers believe they'll be able to listen back as far as a few 100 million years after the Big Bang. The plan for the Lunar Crater Radio Telescope is in early proposal stages.
That's right. So this sort of radio telescope not possible on Earth because distant radio signals are blocked by our planet's atmosphere. Speaking of the atmosphere, our Sarah Spivey.
Hey, we get to talk about the atmosphere now and talk about our rain chances drastically increasing over the next about 48 hours or so. But today for Mother's Day, you still should be able to enjoy some time outdoors with mom if you can stand the heat and humidity.
That was mimosa post.
That was your mimosa
I don't know what was happening
Cheers,
over there.
Mom.
All right. Well, outside right now, we are starting to see these clouds break up. It is still fairly cloudy, though, and it is just downright humid. It's 76 degrees with dew points in the upper 60s. Locally, no rain to speak of in San Antonio, but up near the Austin area, we are seeing, north of Austin, rather, a few thunderstorms there this morning. Here in San Antonio, as I mentioned, the only kind of moisture we're seeing is the humidity in the air. 76 at the airport, 77 in New Braunfels, almost 80 degrees already in Pleasanton, 75 in Hondo, 73 in Tarpley, and 73 in Comfort. This humidity is going to really be a big player in the weather today. Dew points are well past the 60s into the 70s. That is oppressive, and this is going to give us a pretty high heat index value. Again, these skies are clearing as we speak, and by the afternoon, we're going to have total sunshine. It is going to be toasty this afternoon, especially out to the west. Del Rio forecasts high temperature of 104 for you today, 104 in Cotulla, potentially 105 in Laredo, 97 in Pleasanton, 96 for the high in Hondo. Around San Antonio, low 90s are to be expected, but again, remember that the humidity is going to be high. So even though at noon we'll be at 84 and at 5 we'll be at 93, add about 5 degrees to the temperature and you'll get what it's going to be feeling like outside. So in the afternoon, it'll feel like it's in the upper 90s. Sunsets at 8:15. Winds will be from the south at 10 to 15. And just look down at the bottom of your screen here. You see a 10% chance for a stray thunderstorm from 8 p.m. onward. That's because we are going to see some storms up near Austin and up near the Waco area along the front tonight. And there is an off chance that one or two of those may make its way further down south to San Antonio. But our biggest chance for rain really starts tomorrow night. First, let's take you through the futurecast as we'll start the day tomorrow with cloudy skies, some areas of drizzle. The day for itself will be quiet during the daytime, a high temperature of 90 degrees. It's the evening hours right around sunset that our eyes will be focused out to the west toward that dry line right along the Rio Grande. Here, we're expecting to see a cluster of thunderstorms develop. And these thunderstorms are going to have the potential of a large hail when they develop, and we'll keep an eye on them to see how far east they can make it, but there is a slight risk for severe weather in these areas in yellow here around San Antonio to the west toward Del Rio, up toward Rock Springs, Leakey, Kerrville, Bandera, and Kendall County as well. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Again, that's tomorrow night, but our rain chances aren't done because as that cool front moves through on Tuesday, we're going to see another round of scattered showers and storms throughout the day on Tuesday, lingering into Wednesday. Now, there is the potential, in addition to the strong to severe weather, to see some heavier rains through Thursday, 1 to 2 inches at most possible in the hill country, while around San Antonio, we're looking more like a half an inch to an inch of rainfall. But that could lead to some minor flooding issues. So we'll keep an eye on things for you. Again, tomorrow night is the time to be alert through Wednesday. You can stay alert by watching KSAT, of course, and you can also stay alert by making sure to have the KSAT Weather Authority app handy for you. Speaking of the potential for hail, this week's episode of KSAT Explains is pretty timely because remember just last Monday we had a large hailstorm. Now coming up, meteorologist Katie Blake and I will be explaining everything you need to know about hail on this week's episode of KSAT Explains. Here's Myra Arthur with a preview.
Few things in life are certain, but when it comes to San Antonio in the spring, there is a good chance you're going to see some hail. And this year, we've seen our share of hailstorms.
This was a big hail event for us. It sort of reminded me of 2016.
I mean, we're talking baseball-sized hail.
This is round 2 of the hail.
If you've lived in South Texas for a while, you're probably no stranger to hail, but there's a lot about the science of these weather events that you may not know. We're taking a look at how hail forms, why this region of Texas gets so many hailstorms, and just how much damage these weather events can cause.
So KSAT Explains All About Hail is out on Tuesday night. We'll stream the episode live on KSAT.com, the KSAT TV app on streaming devices, and KSAT's Facebook page at 7 p.m. If you can't watch it live, we'll post the full episode later so that you can watch it on demand Tuesday evening or even onward. It should be a pretty evergreen episode considering that we deal with hail quite a bit in San Antonio and South Central Texas.
All right, that's an awesome. Did you guys deal with hail?
Oh, yeah. Quarter,
yeah.
but no damage, so we're
No
good.
damage. All right. Well, speaking of damage, San Antonio Spurs couldn't do much damage last night, taking on the Portland Trailblazers. You like that transition, sir? That's good. All right. So, not a good morning for the Spurs or Spurs fans. Basically, locked into that play-in spot pending a late-season run by the Pelicans. So that is something good to look forward to. And here you go, DeMar DeRozan doing what he does, scoring a lot of points, but the problem is the Spurs just could not keep up with that high-powered Portland offense. Trailblazers outshot, out-rebounded, frankly, out-hustled the Spurs. Final meeting of the regular season, DeMar DeRozan leading the Silver and Black, 20 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. But here's the problem. You had 2 problems on the court. You had Damian Lillard and then C.J. McCollum, Lehigh University's very own. 30 points and 27 points, respectively. Sealed the deal on a Saturday night game. Your final from Portland, 124-102. Trailblazers win at home. Blazers in the 6th seed. San Antonio sitting at number 10, but here's the thing. You just need to be number 10 to get into the play-in, to get into the playoffs. So Spurs pretty much locked in. Anyway, Spurs back home, taking on the Bucks. Tip-off set for 7:30 AT&T Center.
We're number 10. No?
I don't think
this
that's
is not as
catch
catchy.
on. No, it doesn't work out that well. All right, 8:51, 77 degrees out.
When it comes to home improvement, you should never assume everyone is on the same page. Tomorrow on GMSA, we're talking about the importance of a contract and getting it all on paper.
And we want to wish all the amazing moms out there a happy Mother's Day. So here is some of our GMSA moms. We have
Atalia's mom.
Atalia and Atalia's mom.
And Beatrice's mom there. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. And, wait for it, Steven Cavazos.
So Steven
Chavez. Sorry, not Steven Cavazos.
Steven Chavez's mom. Happy Mother's Day. And there's Ben Spicer and his wife and their little one. Happy Mother's Day to his mom and his wife.
There we go. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Steven.
Molds are moderate in today's pollen count. That's the allergen that might give you some troubles. Again, today it's going to be hot and humid all day long. Better rain chances begin tomorrow night. Out west, we'll be monitoring for some severe weather that could be moving into San Antonio tomorrow night. But rain chances continue through Tuesday and into Wednesday. And so during that time frame from Monday night through Wednesday, we're going to be monitoring for heavy rain and severe storms possible. But temperatures will fall. We'll be back into the 70s for highs for most of next week because of the rain and cold front that's going to be moving through.
Happy Mother's Day, Debbie Spivey, Sam Massey, Patty Acosta. We love you, and to all the moms out there.